Hello, everyone.
It's just me and
Hey.
you. How you doing?
Okay, I'm good. How are
Wow,
you?
really good, really good. I knew we were going to be talking soon, and I had set up to talk to somebody earlier today. So I said, let's get it all in today if we can,
Hey,
Or
knock it out. Knock it out.
well, it's not going to be all, but it's some. So
Okay.
what I wanted to do. Oh, somebody's having fun in the back. I like to hear that.
Yo, those are my crazy kids. I'm a foster parent, so my kids they have no filter
Oh,
at
okay,
all.
okay, that's great. Let me see. Oh, it's on this side. Okay, I got it. I know you wanted to. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you doing the mama thing, putting the phone down, and then you say, "Y'all better stop it." But I just wanted you to
And
go
turn the
ahead.
mic off so everybody don't hear this.
Right, I heard, but I didn't hear you. But I know how it go.
Yeah.
um, I wanted you to give me just because you told me that you were having a lot of great results, and I wanted to just get your story on tape so that we can use it to help other women, because that's a big thing. And most women, they're hesitant to try things because they've tried so many things that they're afraid to keep going, and they just always think that this is not going to work. So if you could just give us your I'm calling this series, it's the womb story, because
Okay.
everybody has a womb story, but not everybody's womb story is positive, but this is a positive
Got you.
aspect of a womb story. So go ahead and tell us what yours has been.
Okay, so basically, once I turned 40, I did my little annual visit with my OB,
Right,
and I was telling him like I have excruciating cramps, like they're horrible. Like right before my period, like I'm in the bed, and I can't do that. I work full time. I do a lot of stage acting, film, theater. I'm a full time foster parent. My kids need me. I might need to be on stage, but I'm in bed 2 days, like in excruciating pain. And
right,
then once the period comes, it would be like this just horrible, heavy flow. So
right,
what he did, he's like, well, let's do ultrasounds and see what's going on.
right.
And so we did the ultrasound, and he says, "Oh, you have cysts." He said, "You
Okay.
have a whole." He said, "There's a lot of them, and
Yeah.
you need to get a full hysterectomy."
Oh, wow. Wow.
And I was like, "A full hysterectomy?" Like I was like, and I'm like, "Well, how long is that? How long does it take?" He's like, "It'll take you out about you have to be off your feet like 6 months after it." And he's like, "No, heavy lift, all this stuff." And he walked me through it. And of course, when I left, I started doing some research on it.
Right,
I was literally in tears. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, this is a
right,
major surgery that I really don't want to have. I'm very healthy, so
right.
I didn't know what to do. So I just mentioned it to one of my friends. We act together.
Okay,
Tomeko.
okay,
Tomeko. She just recently got married. Hawkins is her last name, but Gilbert was her last name. And she
okay,
said, "Do you know about Dr. Herb, sister?"
okay.
I was like, no. She was like,
Okay.
she said, it's all natural. She said, she said, I'm gonna give you her number. You just call her up and you tell her what's going on. She said, you don't need that hysterectomy. She said, go to her website, check her stuff out. But again, I had already started doing some research on like diet.
Right,
No, thank you. And then I've had friends who've had like partial hysterectomies, and they
right,
were telling me things like I had to leave the rice alone, I had to stop eating. So it's a whole life change. But I was like, I don't want to have surgery,
right,
and
right,
I want to find something that's going to get rid of it. And so
right.
she told me, Mako told me, she said, I did it. She was like, I actually took the herbs, and she said, she said everything just passed right through. And I'm like, what? Like,
So you know
that's
what
not
I'm
my
talking
thing.
about. You know what I'm talking about then. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I was like, is that for real? So she was like, go to the website. She said, I'm gonna tell you now. Just contact her, go to the website. She said, do not make an appointment. Because like
Right.
he wanted me to decide within like the week. She was like, do not make the appointment.
Right.
So I said, okay, I won't make the appointment. I'm telling him to be quiet.
Dan was about to back, and he jumped back in, and he hit his on the side of the back.
Okay, I'll get him in a minute. So I just,
So
I didn't make the appointment. I contacted you.
Okay.
I went to the website and there were some helpful links there, like some Facebook groups and things like that. And I saw that there were some guys from like London and they were talking about how they became OBGYNs because their mother was having the same issue. So I was like, okay, this is serious. And so they talked about changing the diet. And then I kept looking at your website with like the different herbs to use. So finally I was like, let me just contact her because you even said on your website, like, just do it. You know, it wasn't no, okay, well, we'll give you a trial and maybe you was like, just do it. I was like, let me see. And I'm like, okay, my homegirl, I really trust her. So I'm like, with her telling me all of that, I'm like, let me give it a try.
Right.
So I'm so glad I reached out to you. I told you what was going on. You said, this is what you need. You need the womb detox. So I was like, okay, looking this stuff up and I'm like, how's this gonna go? Well, my homegirl had already told me, she said, before you do that womb detox, she said, make sure you cleanse your body. So I did like a little detox just to make sure. And then I started it. And once I completed it, I'm gonna say one thing though, the de-stress herbs, those vitamins, you should sell that separately. Those are really good. I'm a foster parent, and right before, you know, PMS be getting me. That whole time I did that, I had no issues.
You did the first step program. You did the first step.
I did the first step.
The first step that's why you call it the first step, because it really does take care of all of the different angles in your body of what needs to be handled. You know, and you don't really have to do another detox first. You can do this one starting out and still get good results.
Very good results. And I was really, come on, y'all. Now I'm doing an interview. Y'all real loud. But I was really amazed. At first, I was really scared though because I had to contact you because I was like, okay, everything coming out, but I feel good. Like this was the first time like probably in 5 years that I had a period that I was like, I'm on my period? Like, no, I wasn't cramping. I wasn't like heavy, like fatigue, tired, cramps, and none of that.
Oh, right.
I had none of that. None of that. And I said, this is all from just doing this one step. So I got a little scared though, because I remember I contacted you because I was like, I'm having a lot of blood, but I'm okay. And you were like, no, it's normal. You said your body's just going through it. I said, just give it a couple days. And sure enough, I mean, I felt so great. And I mean, in 5 years, like literally, it's probably been more than 5 years, probably like 10 years. I've been dealing with this for like 10 years. And you know, they put you on birth control. And I mean, I've tried everything. Please believe everything. And so when he said hysterectomy, I was almost just like, let's do it. So I'm so glad my friend Tomiko told me about you and your products and that I gave it a try. I just stepped out, really changed my diet. So now I drink like the raspberry tea and then I do the detox, the womb detox. I still drink my 2 ounces every morning. And again, I am having the best periods in my life. No issues. Like I still have energy. I can hang with these kids. Because sometimes these kids, I just want to go to bed. Like, but no, I can really hang with them. And the cramps, that's one thing. But the good thing is, you know, I didn't set that appointment like my friend told me. She said, try Dr. HerbSistah's. I didn't set that appointment. They called me back. Okay, so I did that ultrasound in March. They called me back in May and was like, we don't know what you want to do, so let's just do another ultrasound and follow up, because I did let them know. When she called, I was like, well, I have been trying an alternative. And I said, it's an herbal remedy. And I said, I feel really great. So she said, well, let's just come back. And we have to come back in. We're going to do another ultrasound. 2 days later, they called me and said, there are no cysts.
Okay.
You good. You're clear. So I said, I don't need a hysterectomy. She seemed like she was just like shocked. She was like, no, you don't need it. No. And I was like, okay. I said, well, and then I put it out there again. I said, I used a product by Dr. HerbSistah's, but you know, they don't want to hear that.
They don't want to hear it. They don't
want to hear that.
Nope. No matter how great it was.
They don't want to hear that.
Nope. Because see, you know, they got that money counted.
Exactly. And then after doing more research, I found out, there's usually an attack on Black women in the womb. They don't want us reproducing like that.
Well,
so after I really started digging into this,
right.
Once I started really digging into it, I was like, this is far much more to it, So every opportunity I have, I am telling it, like you have, like anybody I'm doing theater with or films, when they talk about how excruciating their cramps is, I'm like, here's Dr. HerbSistah's information. Look her up, give her a call. Like, I am a walking testimony. Even my husband was a little skeptical because he was like, just go ahead. He's like, I get tired of seeing you like that. You just go ahead and do what the doctors say. And I was like, no, I just want to give this a try. Right. And once he saw that first time, he was like, this stuff really does work. He said, it really does work. So I've been really on a path of just letting people know herbs, natural things. Just, you don't have to put all that stuff in your body. So, I mean, really, Dr. HerbSistah, you have really changed my whole life, or I don't have to be worried about having a whole full hysterectomy and then what's going to happen within the next. And I was really looking this stuff up because then it was like, your bowels are dropped, and then sometimes you got to go back and get. I was just like, I don't want to go through all of this. I don't want to go through all. So I was like, let's give it a try. So I'm so glad that I gave your product a try. I'm so glad my homegirl told me to really, she was like, just get. She said, don't worry about what. So she said, just follow what she tell you to do, and she said, you'll be all right. Yeah. And so I'm so glad I contacted you. Your website is straight to the point, and I'm just like, man, I need them de-stressed. I've been looking on the site, like I hope she put them on because those are really good.
Yeah. I take it myself, and I don't have the little ones in the back doing what they doing, because just in general, life is stressful for women. Women have a lot of responsibility.
Yes, it is.
A lot, and we need something to buffer our nerves, and the be stressed really helps, Yeah, I'll put it up there.
Yeah. So I'm just putting it out there now. That's one thing that I will just get, because I've been trying to like look up different things, and I'm like, nah. I said I gotta let Dr. HerbSistah know that the de-stress is like no joke. Like it really does help with PMS and just anything. Like I'm a foster parent of 5 under 5.
Okay.
So I should be pulling my locks out right now. I should be pulling my locks out right now, like But no, I mean even my husband was like, "You ain't fussing," and because my PMS is real. My PMS be like, he said, "You so calm down." Like I said, I really know it's these herbs that I'm taking.
Right. Well, I am very, very happy that you were able to have great results, and so many women have great results, and I'm always looking at them going, you know what? That's why one of my my lines now is you don't have to suffer, because women have a high level of tolerance for pain and all kinds of stuff. So now they don't, we have to start acknowledging we don't have to have that high of a level of tolerance for that stuff. There's things for us to do, and not everybody knows exactly what you should be doing, but the people, there's some people who are telling you the truth, and I don't have time for lying, and so there are people out there lying, but I'm not one of them, Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I see your babies are really going, so I'm gonna let you go so you can get them in order, because I know it's early afternoon for you too. And I really appreciate you coming on that quick and giving women an opportunity to have hope and recognize that they don't have to suffer. They
don't have to suffer, and I just said give you a try. Just like literally on your website, and it just stuck with me. I watched the video like over and over. Even my husband was like, just try it then, because she's really, and I just kept watching. I said, she just said, don't wait, like try it. And I was like, what I got to lose? Right. And I wanted to feel a lot better. And I can't thank my friend enough for telling me about you. Now I have the opportunity to even use my platform to tell other women. So I really, really thank you so much for just like doing this and considering that we do suffer a lot, especially our women, our brown women, we suffer a lot.
Yep. African women throughout the diaspora have the same kind of stress, you know. And because I send to
Yeah.
Kenya, I send to, you know, Liberia, to England, I send all over the world, because, you know, we do need somebody that looks like your sister to tell you what's going on, and somebody you can trust, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, that does make a difference, you know. So, well, I appreciate you being here. I thank you for coming. I wish I could see all your little people, you know, but let me know when you need anything, and I'll be stressed this week.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, then.
Look, I would need you.
I know you do.
Okay, have a good one.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I have to get off the call.
That's, you know, I'm very happy when I hear women who will acknowledge that they have a lot going on, and we all heard her children, and, you know, everybody has different things that pique their stress, and children are number one. Children, your job, your mate, you know, those things really kick in to amplify stress. So that's why I talk about try the first step program first. You don't need to tell me all of your details for you to start with the first step program. As soon as you start with the first step program, you'll recognize that, like she said, everything changes right away, and you don't have to suffer. And, you know, but again, African women, we always think that there's a certain amount of strife that we have to go through just to be living. We don't. So I want to, you know, I want to appeal to you that if you're having excessive bleeding, excessive cramps, you passing chunks, you're tired, you can't leave the house because you're bleeding so much, you got so many pads, you don't have enough time to go somewhere and come back before you bleed through your pads. If you are, you know, you can't sleep, you are up all night because of urination or bleeding, try the first step program, and you will see that it will make a difference. And I say over and over, you don't have to suffer. This is Dr. HerbSistah. I was so happy that she came on. She was out in Las Vegas. She's an actor, and she's so happy about the results that she got, that she want to continue to help other women. And that's what I'm here for. That's basically my mission. You know, different people have different reasons why they're doing it. I'm not doing it for money. You know, I'm not doing it for money. I am doing it because we need, as women of color, we need women who look like us to put out their hand and help us be and do and have the things that we need. And a lot of times, you know, we have had a lot of people, and I'm just saying too what people tell me, they got a lot of people who lie to them. People who telling you, this is my story, you know, buy this, and buy this, and it's my story, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. You know what? It's one thing for their one story, but I have dealt with thousands and thousands of women and their stories. So I have the various fundamentals that you need to use to make it work for you. And I do consultations, herbal education consultations, because like she was just saying, your body actually explains to you and lets you know what is going on. Sometimes I hear those things and I know what other things to tell you. But someone else was telling you, this is my story. Well, that's good for them, but it may not work for you. And they don't have the experience to let you know, to give you other alternatives. They just keep telling you what they did and they don't know, you know? So that's where we are working with experience, knowledge, you know, medicine. You know, I have researched these types of things for over 30 years. I created thousands of formulas. When sisters have issues that are not being addressed, I'm always able to make something else herbal to help them. When you're dealing with somebody say, this is my story and this is this, when they're telling you about their story, this is not helping you if it's not working, you know? And there are things that don't work for everybody. So I am just appealing to you to, you know, go to HerbSistah.com, look at some videos. I'm making a whole series here, but I have a YouTube channel called Dr. HerbSistah. We have some of those on the site. Try the first step. You will find that first step will give you the first step in helping to relieve your issues. You do not have to suffer. So have a great herbal day. You know what else I want to say? I'm going to say it now, right now. I'm going to tell you, some people who are out there trying to tell you about your body during this precarious situation with the bleeding, etc., sometimes they are giving you wrong information. Sometimes they don't have their ducks in a row, as my daddy used to say. They don't have their house in order. They are, because, you know, it's not just herbs. You also have to have your attitude, your mindset, the way you interact with people. If you mean to everybody, if you snappy and nasty and, you know, all of this, that has something to do with how it affects your womb and your body. You know, your mind is not separate from the rest of your body. So you can't be out there being, you know, a witch and then trying to think you're going to juice or take herbs and that's going to just help your womb. Stress is a hormonal activity. Like she was saying, stress feeds fibroids and the growth of fibroids. And she has a busy house and you heard those kids. That in itself could give somebody fibroids. Little children, she said she got 5 kids under 5. That right there is enough to give somebody fibroids, you know? So it's not always just people telling you, this is my experience and learn and do what I'm telling you because this is my story. Their story don't necessarily work for you. I've worked with women who have been bleeding for 9 months, 24/7. And within 2 days, 3 days, I've gotten the bleeding stopped. You know, no brag, just facts. So you want to do as much as you can to help your body from a practitioner level, not from this is what I did, do what I did. And if it don't work, oh, well, I got your money. Bye-bye. You know, you don't want that. You want somebody who knows and has had, you know, the science and I'm a naturopath. I'm a master formulator and herbalist. Ask them what they do and what they got and how they are able to use their credentials to help you. Is all they got? This is what I did. This is my story. How's that going to work for you? Maybe not. So try the first step program. Do everything you can. Like she said, you want to look at your diet and eliminate all that carbs. I ask that you eliminate sugar. Why? Because one of my theories is that sugar feeds the yeast and yeast creates more fibroids. You also have to look at your stress. And I'm going to check with the sister and get the children on some vitamins, you know, because the children need something to calm their little bodies down. You know, you need essential fatty acids. That helps to rebuild skin. You need enzymes, probiotics. I mean, the program, you go see it at HerbSistah.com. It is a program that has worked for thousands. And like I said, I send all over the world. It works for people all over, you know. It is scientifically proven to do what I say. I am not trying to just get your money, you know? So I thank you for listening to this. You know, go to HerbSistah.com. If you need a consult, sign up for one and I'll text you. We'll get on the phone and get your whole womb story. This is a series on womb stories. If you have a great womb story dealing with HerbSistah products and herbals, text me or call me or email me, HerbSistah customer service at gmail.com, and we'll get you scheduled and get you on here so that people can learn from your experience and help your body based on your life and your womb story. And everybody's womb story is different. Everybody's womb story is different for different reasons that could have simulated and started up the fibroids. But what keeps it going is emotional toxins. And that's what I'm talking about. If you're nasty to people, but you think you can just take herbs, not going to work like you think, you know? So let me know how I can help you. This is my mission, is to empower women with information about their bodies and about how they can make their lives successful. And it works. It works when you work it. That's what one sister told me. So have a great herbal day. And I am very happy to talk to you when you need me. We'll set it up. We'll make it work. Have a great herbal day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.